Welcome to Weekend Update. I'm Michael Chu.
And I'm Colin James.
A new survey has found that 90% of UC Berkeley students are atheists or agnostic. The other 10% only join Berkeley crew for the free pizza and popsicles.
After his very first crew meeting, one overenthusiastic sophomore tried to baptize himself in the campus fountain. Witnesses say he shouted, "Send it, Lord," and jumped in, only to realize the fountain is only about a foot deep.
At many Christian colleges, there's a saying, ring by spring, meaning getting engaged before graduation. At Berkeley, it's more like ding by spring, because just getting a reply here is already a win.
Studies show that compared to other campuses in the University of California, Berkeley, students are more likely to change religions, which makes sense considering these indecisive bozos on average change majors 4 times by their sophomore year.
Berkeley crew announced a new outreach strategy. Tell people about Jesus by standing awkwardly near them until they take a flyer. Or, as it's known in Berkeley, networking.
A global Spotify data leak sparked outrage over the company's privacy protection, but also revealed some interesting usage data, including one user from San Diego who streamed Gratitude by Brandon Lake 421 times in one day, which surpasses even the record previously held by Kanye West, who streamed the song I Love Kanye 419 times in one day.
Dang, Kanye sure loves Kanye. Several squirrels went wild on campus this week, aggressively stealing snacks, blocking people, and harassing students. Berkeley crew quickly released a statement clarifying, those aren't ours. Our wild squirrels are under control. The Spanish basketball team, who pretended to be disabled to win the Paralympic gold, was found guilty of fraud. On the topic of fraud, we have a story developing at UC Berkeley, where a student claimed that he needed DSP accommodation because he has a chronically injured ankle, which slows him down on tests, but apparently doesn't slow him down from playing 4 IM games a week throughout the injury.
A former high school football star, once a state champion wide receiver, just started his new life as a stats major at Berkeley. He went from Friday Night Lights to Friday Night Fights with his R scripts. The man who once toe-tapped in the corner of the end zone now toe-taps around emotional breakdowns in the depths of main stacks.
Dang, that's tough. During a Super Bowl, a Christian group aired another He Gets Us ad about Jesus. The campaign spent around $20 million because apparently the best way to spread the gospel is to outspend Doritos.
Reports have been circulating that an English major has gone abroad to struggle quote-unquote real English and has begun saying things like, "It's a bit nippy, ain't it?" and "Fancy a cuppa."
What kind of English is that?
With the school year coming to an end, many students have become desperate to find an internship or a job. One crew sophomore provided a job listing on LinkedIn for his lucrative photography and media startup. The job qualifications, I'm gonna keep it a buck. Well-manicured feet are essential for a position at special features. Clean feet makes pictures neat.
You sure like that kind of job. Following the tragedy of the great clipping of March 20, 2025, we have a new betting odds leader for sexiest hair in Berkeley crew. Austin Strohmeyer has consistently hovered over the 2 and 3 spot, but with Nathan's downfall, he is finally making his debut at the 1st spot. Fans of the award have been saying that Nathan's drop from number 1 to 25 is the furthest any top dog has ever fallen since Samson's torrential fall off in 1000 BC.
I'd say mine is top 3. As midterm season ravages Berkeley, students are reportedly finding solace in all sorts of things, like caffeine, power naps, and occasional existential crisis. But for some, the real answer is seeking divine intervention. One student said, "I've been up for 36 hours, and at this point, my study guide is just a list of Bible verses and my hopes for a passing grade." Another added, "If I don't make it through this chemistry exam, my GPA will drop faster than the stock market under these tariffs."
You need a max win, huh? So in this segment, Colin and I will be reading off jokes that we have wrote for each other. So these are always fun. They're definitely appropriate and well-contained jokes. All right, I'll start. You better write me some good stuff, Colin.
All right, let's see.
Federal budget cut on health and research agencies by the Department of Government Efficiency, led by the richest person in the world, Elon Musk, may be the cause of recent public health issues, including a Shigella outbreak that has plagued America's finest young adults.
Aren't you related to Elon Musk?
No, what? That's kind of racist, Colin.
You kind of look like him. Studies have shown that American literacy has gone down in the past 15 years. Whoa, what, Michael? Don't spread fake news about my great country, America, like that.
Please, Colin. If you have seen videos like this, you would know this is exactly what's happening.
Berkeley-renowned squirrel seducer facing a 2-year sentence for hacking the squirrel's nut dispenser, located on the faculty lawn. The Nutcracker hacker responded, well, at least the sentence.
Keep going, Colin. Keep going.
Well, at least the sentence will take me away from the misery of studying for EECS for the next couple of years.
Yes. Yeah, Colin. Senior UC Berkeley student has reportedly started a relationship with a picture of LeBron James. Witnesses say you can find him taking a pillow with a picture taped on it on dates to weekly meetings in CG.
That's a little weird, don't you think, Michael?
I don't know who this is talking about. Well, thank you for attending to our show, and we'll come back again with another episode of Sunday Morning Live next Sunday.
See you next week. Sorry, we've been dealing with rising costs due to recent tariffs. Our studio has been sourcing new equipment that we haven't fully operationalized yet.
Colin, we don't have a teleprompter anymore because of tariffs too now?
You have no idea how much more expensive made in China is now.
Believe me, Colin, if anyone knows how expensive made in China is, that'll be me.
All right, buddy, calm your dragons down there.
A growing number of Clippers fans believe that James Harden will show up in the playoffs and lead them into a deep postseason run this year. That's funny, because real basketball fans call James Harden Mr. MIA, which coincidentally is also the nickname that Sophomore CG gives to Mr. Evan Griffith.
Speaking of not showing up, there's growing momentum for LeBron James to run for president in 2036. That shows what a sad state our country is in. If we rely on our superstar athletes to show up to save us when it's supposed to be the politician's role. If Sophomore CG relied on our superstar athletes to show up every week, we would be cooked.